Hey everybody, Major Dangle here again with another tank game review. Lately I've been making a couple videos on free tank games from the Microsoft Store. And most of you that know me and have seen my videos know that I play World of Tanks Blitz. And, with what's happening in Blitz with the Reforged update and even the current matchmaker, sometimes you just got to take a break and play a different game. And with Reforged, you just never know if it's going to kill the game or if it's going to make a resurgence and more people will come play it. But who knows? I figured I'd just play a couple other tank games and see what they're about. So here we go with Tank Force, and it didn't ask me for no login information, no email, nothing. This is the first time I've ever played this, and it looks like it just gave me a guest name, and it looks a lot like one of the other tank games that I just recently played. I can't remember the name of it, but it's also somewhat similar layout to Blitz. You got even the store up in the corner here. I mean, you could buy premium passes and whatnot here. This looks very similar to one of the other tank games that I was just playing. So look at gold, the best value, 99.99 for 200,000 gold with a 400,000 gold bonus. You got chests for sale. You got premium tanks. Look at this. You got a somewhat newer tank, an M1A2 Abrams. Looks like a tier 8 heavy tank. Uh, yeah, I mean, that looks pretty cool. I don't know if any Abrams actually look like that or if this is some special skin or what, but yeah, this must be the same creators as a similar game that I just reviewed, because a lot of these tanks look similar. It looks like a little bit maybe better graphics. I think the garage is different, but a lot of these tanks are the same, and they're somewhat spendy. 52,000 gold, and we just seen that. Let's see, to get 52,000 gold, you would need to buy a couple of these bundles or buy this bundle, 80,000 gold for 50 bucks. And it doesn't sound like the greatest deal to me, but who knows? If it's a good game and it's a good tank, maybe it is. Looks like you got some wheeled tanks in here. That actually looks pretty cool. Yeah, I dig that. Kind of got a DeLorean vibe on the back there. I suppose you got a EBPT Lorian. Okay, so it must be like an actual ripoff of a DeLorean. Yeah, you got the Sam Dragon Sherman MK2 that was in one of the other games. Yeah, there's that like 50s, 60s style. This is very similar to one of those other games. It was like modern tanks or something like that, and it just looks. This one maybe looks a little bit more refined. We'll see once we get into it a little bit more. All right, what else do we got? You got premium days, quick progress. It's very similar to the Blitz layout. You got all these things that you can buy on your screen and whatnot. Let's look at the vehicles. And this game has 3 different nations or tech trees. It looks like yeah, we got a couple tanks. Type 59 here. A couple tanks that are similar to Blitz. Maybe with a little bit different names. Type 63. I don't remember that one in Blitz. It's always cool to see some new tanks. Type 192A Panda. Yeah, it actually looks pretty cool. It looks similar to like a Sheridan. Let's see, what's that? Tier 9? Is that the highest tier in this game? Is tier 9? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. Got a few premiums up on top here. Uh, a lot of the same tanks as one of those other games, like I keep saying. I mean, this is a pretty sick camo too. I'm not big on the unrealistic tanks, but yeah, it's a pretty sick camo. But 67,000 gold, so gosh, that'd probably cost you a pretty penny. So all right, let's look at one of these other tech trees. See, I don't know what nation this is here, but let's see, a Venom. Let's see what that is. Alright, it's a light tank, tier 6. Challenger. So, Challenger and Blitz is British tank. Yeah, that's a pretty cool looking tank. They got some pretty cool looking tanks in this game for sure. I still wonder why they stopped at tier 9. I wonder if like tier 10 like unlocks later, and that's actually a feature I think should have been implemented in Blitz, where you got to hit a certain amount of battles before you hit, or you can play tier 8 through 10 in normal pub battles or something. Maybe you could use like 8 through 10 in special mode still, but I don't know, just my idea. Alright, what else? Got another nation here. We got a couple more tanks. None of these tank names are really ringing a bell here to me, but yeah, there's some pretty cool looking tanks though. I don't know if they're real tank names or not, but let's see. We got, what's this guy here? It's a pretty cool looking tank. Every tank that I've clicked on so far is pretty cool looking tank. This is the only real goofy one I've seen so far, but at the same time it's really cool. It's like a old 30s, 40s, 50s car. I don't know. Got that steampunk up there. Okay, so we got a few tanks. It looks like the same amount of tanks as the other game had. It's just split up into one extra nation. And this one says too, you enter the game for 7 days, you get some free gifts. You know, you get a free tank. It's pretty cool. It's always nice to see a game giving stuff away. Got a bunch of missions here. Got a clan. You can create a clan or join a clan, I'm sure. And you gotta get level 10 to access any clans. Got some tournaments here. It's always nice to see tournaments. I like running tournaments. Just getting people to join you is the hard part. So that's cool to see. Production, what's this about? Yeah, some extra stuff you can buy and whatnot. You got a chat here, a global chat like a lot of the other games have had. I bet you I won't be able to say hello to everybody. Yeah, because you gotta get level 10. Alright. You got a clan chat right there. That's alright. What else? Let's see these settings here real quick. You can choose your server, whatnot. Yeah, alright. Let's look at the graphics. Everything's super high. Yeah, sensitivities. Alright, you can turn markers on and off. Should we turn this music down like we always do? Alright. Yeah, so the game's pretty similar to Blitz. It's just like a Temu version of Blitz. So let's see what we can equip here. Let's get some weapon boost before we go into battle here. Not enough silver. Alright, well, that's too bad. Alright, but it looks like we can, what is this? Equipment. Yeah. Let's add some equipment. What's this? Napalm core. Set burning for 10 seconds, dealing 1% durability per second as damage. Sure, we'll add that. Yeah, give it to me. What's this? Repair kit. Yeah, we probably need one of those. Yeah, give universal repair kit. Well, put it right there. Put this one right there. Alright, what's this? Improved fuel. It looks like a NOS can. So, alright. Get some nitrous in our tanks. What else can we add here? Get into battle here and see how the game plays. This is my first battle in this game, but I'm guessing it's pretty similar to one of the other tank games that I just played. So yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be all bots as well. And looks like we're playing tier 1. I'm in a tank destroyer. I didn't even look at that. But yeah, actually the graphics don't look too bad. I'm in a wheeled tank. That's pretty sweet. It's not a bad looking tank. Not bad looking graphics. The maps actually look pretty darn good. I don't know what that little speedometer there is for in the bottom left corner of my screen. Yeah, I zoom in here.
Keep them coming.
Get a nice shot into that BMT3. Actually, out of the couple games that I've played so far, other tank games, this one handles pretty good.
Do not stop.
It's definitely more refined than one of the other versions. Alright, let's get into a different position here. Yeah, you can drive over rocks and whatnot. You can't do that in Blitz.
Keep them coming.
That rock would just like hold you up like nothing in Blitz. Let's get this guy out of here. It doesn't look like there's really any armor, and I don't know, it could be because I'm in the training mode or we're really low tiers that just don't have armor. But yeah, I mean, any shot I shoot is gonna pen. I don't even need to zoom in. So
keep up.
we just leave it like that if we wanted, but let me see our teams. We got 4 people on each team. Maybe it's like Blitz for the training. We got like 5 people per team.
This is it.
Alright, let's eliminate this guy. Type 63. Alright. What's this guy? Yeah, take that. Doing 353 damage per shot. Looks like I got 5,000 hit points.
Load faster.
341 that shot. Alright, let's change this ammo. See what this ammo does. Whoops. that was my fault right there. It is a little sensitive, the mouse, and I think I did see a setting in there for it. And there's a pretty quick victory we got there. I gotta say, it's definitely no replacement for Blitz. It's definitely not at that level. But to be honest, it felt pretty good playing it on PC, and I'm not really a touchscreen phone player, but it felt pretty good, gotta admit. Let's see, I did 7,000 damage, 23 shots, 0 kills, 0 deaths, didn't capture base, earned 8,000 credits, stars, I'm guessing XP, I'm not sure what that one is. Alright, get a detailed, yeah, see how our team did. Whoever that guy was, he did pretty good. He doesn't have a clan. They're probably bots, I wouldn't expect most games to put you in games like this to put you in a lobby with like real players right away. So yeah, I mean, Tank Force, I mean, it's one of the best out of the cheap free games from Windows Microsoft Store that I've played so far. It might be worth giving it a try and just see what you think. Let's see, looks like you get some free stuff in the store just like Blitz. But yeah, I'd probably give this game a solid 2.5, 3 out of 5. It's definitely nothing great. It would be something to pass the time, if Blitz does die. But anyways, yeah, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you later.